Hi, Mike Wilkinson here, the value sales expert. Good to be with you once again. You may remember in our last couple of videos, we seem to have got sort of into listening skills and the importance of listening. And I honestly think that very often we don't spend enough time, especially in sales, thinking about just how powerful a skill listening can truly be. But perversely, what I'd like to do is to suggest some ways to help you to demonstrate that the very last thing that you are doing is going to listen to anyone. So here are some suggestions of the things that you could do to make sure that people know that you're not listening. The number one thing is to make sure that you keep talking. No matter what happens, you just keep right on in there. Make absolutely certain that nobody else gets any opportunity to get a word in edgeways. If by any chance you're not talking, then the one thing you must do is not listen, but to thinking about what you're going to say next. And with that in mind, another key skill is the ability to interrupt at all times. It really is a key skill to avoid any listening is the ability to interrupt. The other thing that you should do, of course, is avert your eyes. The last thing you want the speaker to do is to see that you're showing any interest at all by actually looking at them. You will find that with practice, if you avert your eyes often enough, your speakers will simply just grind to a halt. Never, ever ask any clarifying questions. If you show any interest at all you're going to do is to encourage them to carry on. And the last thing as a non-listener that you want is to have something that you don't want to listen to. And my final tip, and I'm sure you'll have lots of tips that you can share with me. My final tip is whatever you do, never summarize. If you summarize, it demonstrates that you've been listening, which is the one thing we want to be able to demonstrate that we haven't been doing at all. Now, I hope you see that if you turn all of those around and do exactly the opposite of what I've suggested, then perhaps we can begin to hone our listening skills just a little bit better. But I really would appreciate any thoughts that you may have to demonstrate that the last thing you're doing is listening. Anyway, I will be back tomorrow probably with another sales fundamental. If you've got any comments, please let me know. In the meantime, every success in your value selling. Do please click the subscribe button and I'll see you again very soon.